Hello, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Today we're with Sandra Ward. She's a member of the group ASW, and she's going to discuss being a caregiver to individual with disabilities. How you doing, Miss Ward?
I'm doing well this Sunday morning. Oh, this is afternoon.
Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so we're going to start off a little bit. Tell me a little bit about yourself and what you're passing and what you're into.
Well, I'm a third grade teacher for CPS.
Mhm.
I am a grandmother of a grandson who has autism. Um, I'm a minister,
Mhm.
and I'm just loving life right now. Um, me, Tiffany, and I decided to join together to try to save the program from being moved from Gage Park
Mhm.
to some other site.
Mhm.
And we found that we had a connection, and that's when I learned about ESW.
Mhm.
And she was sharing with me that there are not a lot of respite programs or programs out there for individuals with special needs who are older after they get out of transition school or
Mhm.
high school. And because my grandson will be going through that really soon, he just turned 18. He'll be graduating from high school next year. That became a concern for me. And I liked what she was trying to do. So therefore, I decided to get on the bandwagon and be part of the solution versus being part of the problem.
Wow. So your grandson, are you like just help out, or do you actually take care of your grandson? Like, do
No, I
you?
take care of him.
Oh, you take.
He
Okay,
lives with me. Hmm.
okay. Now, what is your grandson diagnosed with?
He is diagnosed with autism. He's moderate at the
Okay,
moderate level.
okay. When did that like autism started to show itself? Was it like an early age, or did it just was it always?
Now that I look back, I believe he was always exhibiting signs.
Hmm.
We just didn't know uh, because we were not aware of autism and the signs of autism.
Hmm.
He was a highly active child, so we just considered him to be stubborn because he liked to have his way,
Oh, okay,
but didn't realize that this was part of his autism.
okay.
Um, we the be the when we learned about his autism,
Hmm.
one of the major signs that we really uh, saw was that he couldn't talk. He
Oh,
Yeah, he used gibberish until he was about 6 years old.
wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we considered that to be something that is part of our family because we heard the history of our family is that one of my uncles didn't talk until he was 5 years old. So
Oh, I
I'm
got
like,
you.
maybe this is some type of trait that's in the family.
Right.
But lo and behold, it was part of his autism, and we didn't know it.
Wow, that's powerful. Now how does your experience as a teacher help you? Because I know you're a teacher, you got to have patience. You got to be. Did that kind of help you out with working with them, or it just was natural?
No, no, it helped. It helped some. When he was attending school, we had trouble with keeping him in school because we did initially we didn't have the diagnosis until he became about 6 years old.
Okay.
So through preschool and kindergarten, we were struggling with the schools, struggling with the daycares because of his behavior. He was highly active, very active young boy, and they didn't know what to do with him, and neither did we because we didn't have any information. We didn't have any
Wow.
knowledge.
Now, sorry. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait. I'm sorry.
So that became frustrating to us because when you go to a school, you're looking for help,
Hmm.
and they couldn't help us.
Wow.
They didn't help us. So we became overwhelmed. His first daycare wouldn't let him return.
Wow.
Yeah. So my daughter found a second daycare. We got him in there. He graduated to go on to kindergarten. His kindergarten experience was not the greatest. We had him in a local school. And before I could get home from my duties as a crossing guard, they would call for me to come get him. So that's not helping the situation. Nobody is talking to us about maybe this is what's going on, maybe that is what's going on. So it was very overwhelming, and it was frustrating at the same time. So what I decided to do, because I was in school at that time to become a teacher, I realized that I understood that the law says that he really didn't have to be in school, physical school, until he was in first grade. So I pulled him out.
Oh, wow.
And I taught him during his kindergarten year.
Wow. That's powerful.
So
Yeah,
we
that's a
worked on
lot of
site
love.
works.
Wow. Wow. So,
So when he was,
so you got that love in nature.
yes, I love my boy. I love him seriously, but I love all children. I guess that's why I am a teacher.
Mhm.
I have a passion for children. I just have a passion for humans, but I have a passion for children. I want to see them be their best.
Oh, wow.
And so I guess that's why I would call into this ministry of teaching.
Oh, wow. Now when you was going through this process, I mean, some of the viewers may want to know, did you ever find anything, any resources, anything that was out there to help a lot of help your little grandson? Because I know a lot of people out here, they say it's hard to find things that they can actually go to help, help them and trying to keep them on the right path. Did you ever find anything that was helpful?
It was a few years later,
Mm-hmm.
and I noticed that he would just go to school, come home, and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to start looking for groups that he could participate in.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the groups that I did encounter were too old for him. He was
Mm-hmm.
only 10 years old, so these groups were 16, teenager and older.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't qualify for those.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ran into the Park District.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when Miss Katie Hart, I had an interview with Miss Katie Hart at Gage Park.
Mm-hmm.
And even though he was 10 years old, she interviewed him and she decided to take him into the program. He was
Mm-hmm.
the youngest at that particular time, but because of his kind nature and
Uh,
he's very sociable, she took him in. And he's
mm.
been there ever since. Mm-hmm.
Also, Park District is a good resource as far as like having, like, if somebody was looking for, like, their child had autism or something, they can go to the Park District. That's a good resource
It's
for them.
definitely a good it was my saving grace. uh, it allowed him to be active in art, sports, different, cooking. So it allowed him to grow in other areas of his life, things that he learned that he really advanced in artwork. So he
Mm.
took on that, and now he's drawing all over the place.
Mm.
But it allowed him to be who he is.
Okay. Wow, that's powerful. Now, what's his plans now? Like that, because you say this is 18 now. You just made
He
18.
is 18. He will be going into his senior year at Tilden High School
Oh,
next
wow.
year.
Mm-hmm.
And we are planning on transitioning him to the South Side Training School, South
Mm-hmm.
Side. So that's where we want him to go. One of the reasons is because the former coordinator for Gage Park, the one who took him in, Miss Katie,
Mm-hmm.
she's actually part of the workforce there, and she wants to make sure he gets everything that he should get
Wow,
in
that's
this
good.
program.
That's
Hmm.
good. Okay, do you have any advice for, like, like maybe a younger parent or somebody? Because I know I see a lot of younger parents with they have children with disabilities, and I can see the frustration, coming from the wood. Did you got anything that you may can share with them to kind of because I know you didn't have some experience, and you're a teacher yourself. You got anything you can pass on to them?
Definitely, definitely do your research. it's not, the information is not going to come to you. You got to go seek it out.
Mm-hmm.
As I had to go seek out information for myself. And
Mm-hmm.
now I realize there is a plethora of resources out there that I wasn't aware of until recently. But I believe everything comes in due season.
Mm-hmm.
But my advice for the younger parents and what I've been sharing with my parents, go out there, check out the Chicago Park District, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Check out every step of the way. Get connected to Chicagoland Autism Connection.
Mm-hmm.
These resources are excellent for helping you help yourself get over the frustration, be a support for you, because we all need support. It's a very frustrating thing to learn that your baby is not what you purpose in life or what you thought was going to
Oh,
happen
yeah,
in
I know
life.
what you mean.
It took a twist. You
Right.
got a twist. There was a turn in your life. Now you don't know what to do. You're frustrated. I know, been there. You're overwhelmed. What do I
Ah,
do? Reach out, Google. And just as I said, Chicago Park District, ESW, Chicagoland Autism Connection. All of these resources are there for you to
mm,
help you, to help
wow,
you.
that's powerful.
Mhm.
You ever thought about like writing a book or something with all your experiences, or putting something
You
together,
know, I,
memoirs or
I
something, or something?
that is a good idea. I always wanted to be an author, and I
Oh
thought I
yeah,
was going
yeah.
to, yeah.
You should do it. I
Um,
kept
I,
picking that up. So I'm gonna ask you that. So I'm gonna ask you because I said I wondered if she want to write a book and put it in some form so people can read it and they can, even if they can't talk to you, they can just read the information.
mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be about autism. I always thought it would be about ministry, but this is ministry.
Yeah,
So you know what? This might be my first novel, my first book.
I think it might have been
Uh,
because I mean it just popped in my head. I guess it was a God moment because I was sitting there thinking about it, and it just popped in my mind and said, "Actually, she write a book," because it just seemed like that's something you might have you want to do.
it is. It is. And
Oh,
thank
that's
you for
good.
releasing that information. That's confirmation.
Okay, so let me just synthesize what you said. So the viewers who are watching this who maybe having a youngster that has autism. One thing you're saying is to make sure that you go seek, you go look, Google, research, find out. The information is not going to find you. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't look, you're not going to know. So you
Right.
got to be a student. You got to go out there and learn. Okay, that's one.
Absolutely.
Okay, I got you. That's a good thing for them. Okay, all right. Did you have a lot of support when you were doing it, like from family? Well, was it mainly you
It
with your
was
child,
main.
your
It
grandson?
was mainly me. I took the lead on it.
Mm,
My family did the best that they could, but because we didn't understand, we didn't know, they
mm.
really didn't know what to do or
Oh,
how to
wow.
do it. But they did the best they could.
Yeah, your love carried it on through. Before
Hmm
we go in, you want to leave the viewers with anything, like any message or anything you want to say? You know,
Um, I just want to say, just because you are encountering something that's a little different in life, doesn't mean that's the end of life. That's just the beginning. It's a new
wow.
adventure. Don't give up. Don't give in. Just keep holding on.
Yeah, and I want to add on something you because I know you into God and I am too. Put God in the vision too. Don't
Yes,
don't try to do it on your own. Put God. Go to God and ask for help. Don't try to do
definitely.
it with
Because
yourself.
if it wasn't for prayer, if it wasn't for the word of God that I constantly went to seeking help, I would still be lost. I
Wow.
would be lost.
We gotta do another interview with your ministry. I think I want you to talk about the ministry that you do. I want to do one,
Okay.
maybe a separate one, but I want you to talk about the ministry because I'm picking that up. I'm picking that.
Okay.
prayer warrior. I pick it up that
Yes.
I pick it up that you don't do a lot of talking. You say, "Let me go pray." I
Mm-hmm.
dare to tell.
Yo, you right there. You're right there. That is
So,
absolutely
so
me.
I want to do another one. We'll talk about it later. I want to do one with the ministry, with the ministry portion, because I know I think that's a big part of your life, the
It's a major
ministry,
part. Yes, sir.
and
Without
that
a
keeps
doubt.
you balanced. Because I can tell you happy. You're not, I know everybody got strains and stresses, but I can tell that the God in your life keeps you centered.
Yes.
And everybody
You
lean on you like the
absolutely.
rock. I can tell they lean on you like the
Oh,
rock. I
no,
know.
that's what
I can tell. The rock. The rock of Gibraltar. I got you.
yes. But sometimes this rock want to go high.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I do what I do because I'm called to do it.
Yeah, because
It
your
it
heart,
doesn't,
you got love in your
yeah.
heart.
Mm-hmm.
You always have. I can
Definitely.
tell. It wasn't nothing you had
Mm-hmm.
to learn. You just always been a loving person. Yeah.
Yep. Thanks to my mom and her pouring into me.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't think I would be the person that I am if she didn't pour into me like she did.
Okay, we're gonna have you back, come back on again. And the next time we do it, we're gonna talk about the ministry. That'll be a separate, because I'm in the guide too.
That
So
sounds good.
that's right up my alley. Because that's all I do all day. You
All
know.
right.
So we wanna thank Ms. Ward, Sandra Ward, for being on the show. She really shared a lot of information, and for the viewers, remember you gotta look. You can't expect things to happen. So go study, show yourself approved, and get support and ask questions and get help for your situation. And like she said, it's not as bad. If it's different, it's not as bad as you think. It could be okay.
Yes. Yes.
Any final things? I know I asked you once. Is that
That's it for now.
over and out? Thank you everybody for viewing. Thank you.
Thank you.